What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here. Welcome into another Ultra League video. We're going to be bringing Obstagoon to the Ultra League to test it out in the new meta. Kind of running the same backline as a previous video I just uploaded, but hey, Obstagoon kind of works. So, hopping into the first matchup here, Obstagoon into Clefairy, absolutely terrible matchup. Gonna hop into my Jellicent here. Clefable is going to be able to outpace to the Moonblast, which I will shield up. We can survive the Moonblast, but I want to keep my Jellicent healthy. Considering they're not swapping out, they got to be weak to the Jellicent in the back. So Shadow Ball, going to get shielded as well. Going to farm up 3 more hexes. Then I'm going to shield up this next Moonblast. If they want to shield as well, we might be able to win this, but not with the attack drop, and that is super unfortunate, as Shadow Ball is not going to be hitting as hard as I wanted to, and I would have been able to gotten to that Surf to knock out this Clefable. But unfortunately, we get the attack drop, and now we're going to have to settle for a second Shadow Ball after throwing another Hex here. In comes the Giratina. Going to throw another Shadow Ball to chip this thing away, and then I can come in with the Goon here. Shadow Ball going to be doing a lot of damage to that Giratina. In comes a Poliwrath, and we have the Tentacruel for the Poliwrath. Now, this can get very, very close, considering this Poliwrath is running Icy Wind, which is going to debuff our attacks. And I'm not running Acid Spray. I'm running Blizzard on the Tentacruel for those grass types and possibly the Giratinas or Guzzlords that you might be seeing. But Skull going to be doing some nice chip damage here, hopefully getting that RNG. No, we're going to get the shield. Yes, we get the attack fall. Exactly what we needed. Now their Skull is not going to be doing as much damage here. I'm going to swap out into my Obstagoon here to catch the Dragon Claw, which would have knocked out my Tentacruel. I was thinking that they were going to swap after that. Considering our switch clock timers, we're aligned and they could swap out. So, going to be going for this Night Slash. Not enough to KO the Giratina here. Hoping to get the boost, but we don't get one, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Dragon Claw going to be taking us into the yellow here. I'm going to overfarm as much as I dare here. I'm intentionally letting this Giratina almost knock me out here. But they swap into the Poliwrath, which is quite fine by me. Gonna hop into my Tentacruel. Hopefully I can overfarm just slightly here. Scald is going to be taking care of this Poliwrath, and I should just be able to Poison Jab all the way down. That's going to be a good game. Very close game. Well played to my opponent here. So hopping into the next matchup here. Obstagoon into Galvantula. My God. This is a core breaker if I have ever seen one myself. But we're going to fight the good fight. Night Slash going to be doing nice chip damage onto this XL. Galvantula here, lunge doing super effective damage. Gonna hop into my Tentacruel here, and I'm hoping I might be able to Poison Jab all the way down. But let's see here, Discharge. Gonna definitely shield that one up. Thank gosh they didn't lunge us. And I should have just went for the Poison Jab. That would have knocked out the Galvantula. We're going to get a shield back, though, and I'm going to double shield my Tentacruel. I want to keep this thing alive since they didn't really swap out. So Poison Jab takes care of that thing, and out comes a Swampert. Oh, my gosh. They let the Skull go through. We get the attack drop. That was not a mud shot. So this is just a Hydro Cannon. Going to swap into my Obstagoon here. And I should have just went into my Jellicent. But Hydro Cannon going to be enough to take care of us. And now we come in with our Jellicent. Going to overfarm a boatload of energy here, throwing 5 hexes and then my Surf. They no shield that, which is beautiful. Out comes a Jellicent of their own. Shadow Ball probably going to be getting that final shield, which it is. We still have the Tentacruel alive, everybody. This Shadow Ball is not going to be enough to knock out. We should be able to outpace to the next Shadow Ball. I think that was a CMP tie Shadow Ball. Massive damage. Surf going to be coming in to take care of the Jellicent, but can the Tentacruel get to a Skull before they reach a Surf? Yes, we can. Due to that overfarm, Skull taking care of the Jellicent, and that horrible lead turns into a W for us. GG's, well played. Hopping into the next matchup. Beautiful lead here. Sandslash into Obstagoon. They're not swapping out, but they hop into a Tentacruel. I'm going to farm up some energy, go into my Jellicent. All moves are going to be resisted from the Jellicent to the Tentacruel to the Jellicent. There we go. There, I got it right. They go for the Scald, which does get us the attack drop. Super unfortunate, but Shadow Ball going to get shielded. I'm going to no shield this Scald as well. Poison Jabs are starting to add up. Skulls are starting to add up, and we get a second attack fall. Oh my gosh, this Shadow Ball is not going to do anything to that Tentacruel. Oh, That looked like a resisted move. Gonna shield up the Scald here. We get a third attack drop. Oh my goodness gracious. We are fighting the good fight here, throwing on good timing here. Gonna throw 3 more hexes after this, and we should just be able to reach the Surf. No. Oh, I throw on bad alignment there, but I'm hoping this Shadow Ball is enough to knock out. They no shield it too. Beautiful. That gives us shield advantage, and they come in with the Cresselia. Okay. Gonna debuff this thing here, then go for the Night Slash just to do some nice chip damage. It's not enough to KO, but I'm hoping I can maybe catch a Moonblast on my Tentacruel, but my opponent smartly saves their energy. And if they're not running Future Sight, this could be a very bad matchup for them. It's just the Grass Knot, everybody. Absolutely beautiful. We can survive 2 more Grass Knots. You love to see it. Gonna throw the Scald, hoping that the RNG is in our favor. We get the shield and the attack drop, which means their Surf or their Grass Knot was not going to be enough damage to KO us. They hop into the Alolan Sandslash. I'm gonna Scald them, and I'm hoping to get out of here with some energy, and we catch the Drill Run onto our Obstagoon. Beautiful. Can I farm down? Yes, we should be able to, since Shadow Claws are double resisted, and we have a move locked and loaded for this Cresselia. Night Slash is going to get this Cresselia very, very low here. And if you remember, we almost have a move on the Tentacruel here. Tentacruel getting to the Scald. This is going to be taking care of that Cresselia. Good game, well played. Almost going down to the timer. Woo! Hopping into the next matchup here, Obstagoon into Swampert. Little bit of a difficult matchup for Obstagoon. We can take a couple Hydro Cannons. I try to catch the Hydro Cannon on 5 there, but my opponent hops into a Gyarados. Okay, Gyarados can run Crunch, which is super effective against the Jellicent, so I will be shielding up the Crunch. It's not going to be enough to one-shot, but the Dragon Breath damage on top of that might be just enough to KO. Luckily, we did not get the attack drop here. I'm going to throw a couple Hexes, then throw my Surf. Surf should be enough to knock out the Gyarados from this health range. We unfortunately don't get to the next one. Gonna let this go here. Like I said, we should be able to survive, which we do. Beautiful. Another Surf coming in. That knocks out. I'm gonna hop into my Obstagoon right away here so they do not get the farm down. Gonna go for this Obstruct, boosting my defense so that these Hydro Cannons are not gonna do as much damage here. But my opponent YOLOs the Earthquake, and that just does massive damage. Should have went for the next Obstruct, but I'm gonna end up shielding the Hydro Cannon. Definitely should have shielded the first move, but it's now a Galiciapod in the back. So I'm gonna double Obstruct this thing, hoping I can get to another Obstruct before they knock us out. Now, this should not KOS. Liquidation gets very, very close, but that was a CMP tie. Now they are double debuffed here. I'm going to hop into my Tentacruel, and I'm hoping I can farm up to another Night Slash, but I chicken out, and I come into my Tentacruel. Definitely should have made it to the Night Slash, but hopefully that it doesn't come back to bite us in the butt. So anyways, Tentacruel is going to be able to farm this thing all the way down. Aerial Ace not enough to one-shot. They hop into the Swampert before the farm down, and that is going to be crucial. That gets the attack drop. Absolutely amazing. If this is just a Hydro Cannon, we survive. So they have to full send the Earthquake. Can we farm down and leave with the move? Yes, we can. Night Slash is coming in, almost knocking out, does knock out the Galiciapod, and that's a good game. Well played to my opponent. Whew, these battles are sweaty. Obstagoon and the Poliwrath. Gosh, awfully. Gonna hop into my Jellicent here. Out comes a Cresselia. Oh my gosh. Okay. Cresselia can flip this matchup here. Grass Knot doing super effective damage, and a Shadow Ball does not knock out. So I'm gonna throw 3 Hexes, and then I'm gonna throw my Shadow Ball here. Shadow Ball gets shielded. Gonna throw 3 more Hexes, but my opponent is now able to reach the Grass Knot before I reach my Shadow Ball. So I'm gonna make sure to throw 1 Hex and then my Shadow Ball here. Hopefully this gets through, but I don't think it will. They're gonna be ending up shielding that move here. 3 more Hexes to go. I'm going to invest my second shield here, and I make a big mistake. I throw a Hex. Too many, and they get to another Grass Knot. Oh my gosh. Grass Knot almost one-shots us. I wanted to be able to save my Jellicent, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to. Wanted to have my Jellicent for that Poliwrath, but Tentacruel should put in the good fight against Poliwrath here. So, Talonflame comes in. hey, this is going to be super tricky. If this thing only has fly, we should be big chilling here. Fly. Oh, they go for the flame charge. Very smart. Going to throw 2 counters. Then the Night Slash. If we get the boost here, we could save this game. We got the boost. 2 counters. Another Night Slash. Not enough to KO the Talonflame, but it's going to get it very, very low. You love to see it. In comes the Tentacruel. We get the farm down. Beautiful. And now we should just be able to get to the Scald. If we didn't get the boost there, that Talonflame was getting to a fly. And that fly would have put in a lot of work, considering this Poliwrath is going to debuff us and debuff us. Can we get a debuff back here? Scald on the CMP tied to the next Icy Wind. We are now 2 stages debuffed. This resisted Scald is gonna do jack all. My poison jabs are doing more damage than this Scald. Oh no. Oh, that was another CMP tie. We did not get 1 attack drop. Icy Wind, not enough to KO us. But can we poison jab down, being 3 stages debuff before they reach the next Icy Wind? Yes, we can. On a 1 HP, we take that game. What a crazy one that was. GG's, well played to my opponent there. And that's going to be a beautiful 5-0 set there to finish the match. And my goodness, those battles were very sweaty, coming down to the wire. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you all liking the content, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because it really helps the channel, and it is greatly appreciated. I can speak English, don't worry. And you know what, hit that like button, comment if you want to see anything in the future, and like always, I will see everybody in the next video. Bye.